Hey there, Gemini. Welcome to your second bonus for June 2021. Why not? Let's do another bonus, right? We're going to take a look and see what the biggest unforeseen change coming in for you could be at this time. This is going to be a timeless reading, so it is for whenever you watch it, Gemini. But make sure to watch your sun, moon, and rising for a full picture of everything that is going on for you here. Definitely, what I'm going to say, Gemini, is that I actually like this, where this is going. I feel like you're realizing that the juice isn't worth the squeeze, as I love saying, right? You're kind of like at a crossroads and you're just making a change. You know, there's nothing, it's just very straightforward, very clear, this reading. You're actually, I'm almost at the end of doing all these for all the signs, and you're like this is like the clearest message that I've received. But let's get started here. You have the toil and labor card, so this could be a card of like hard work here. I believe that you have already put a lot of work into a situation here in this first row. I feel like the work has kind of, has been a burden for sure. You have the Tower in this first row here. You have this chaos and conflict card right here in this middle row. The cards, other than that, are actually pretty positive. And again, this reading is meant to be the biggest changes that you're making. And in a lot of ways, I feel like you put a lot of work into a situation. Doesn't matter what it was. It doesn't matter if it was a relationship, a business, a job, a career, your health, whatever. But it's like something didn't work out. And I kind of have this like weird message popping into my head where, it's almost like you were gaslighted by a situation, but I don't think it was really like gaslighting. I think that what this was is, it's like you were forced to see that the situation was not for you. So it's kind of like and what I mean by, like, to me, gaslighting is, when someone, is narcissistic or whatever and is consciously kind of, well, I don't know if really narcissists are conscious or not, but, what I would say is that, it's like someone who's trying to manipulate you. And that's not the feeling that I get here. Because number one, for some of you, I don't think this was a person. I feel like this was a work situation. And I feel like what was being reflected here was just everything that you don't like. So it's like, if it's a work situation, I feel like everything that you could possibly not like about a work situation was being reflected back to you. If it's a relationship, I feel a very weird thing here in love. For some of you, I feel like you were in a relationship that ended, but it's like maybe you continue to communicate with this person. I'm getting communication on this Knight of Swords for some reason, and I feel like you're at a crossroads. It's like some of you are having a hard time releasing someone here, but at the same time, I feel like you're just about to, it's like I just see you like punting something like across a football field in my head. I feel like you're about to just like, I don't know, drop kick something right out of your life for whatever reason. I have a feeling that I'm probably going to have to pull an extra row here because it's like, what is the outcome? I mean, I know what the, looking at this reading, I know what the energy is. Again, it's you kicking something out of your life, but like, what is where is that going? You have the Tower, the Magician, and the Eight of Pentacles. Again, Eight of Pentacles is a card of hard work. I feel like you were hoping to see results. You were hoping to kind of get results from a situation. If you invested a lot of time into a relationship, it's like you were trying to manifest a relationship. The Magician, right here. It's like you were trying to manifest an outcome in the relationship. But I really get the feeling that you were with a person, if this was love, that just couldn't, like, I feel like they're the person that's almost holding on to the Tower. It's kind of like they, if this is a love situation, I feel like it was like you were with a person where it's kind of like they get into a relationship and their first thought is, when is this going to end? It's like they kind of, it's like a form of self-sabotage, right? It's like they kind of ruin things before they even get started. They think too far into the future here, Gemini, and that's probably what they did. For others, if this was a job or a business, like you were putting in all the work, but I feel like you weren't seeing results in this first row. Again, pretty simple message here, but let's see where this is going. Yeah, you have the Three of Cups. Like I said, I feel for some of you, if this is a person, you're still talking to this person, even if you're not still with them. So some of you could still be communicating with a person. For others, again, if this is work, business, whatever, you might have friends at the place of business. You have the Seven of Cups here. Yeah, like confusion energy for sure. So for some of you, I feel like maybe you started making, the word that's popping into my head is sacrifices, but That's not what I think. I think you started compromising in a relationship. You don't really have any cards of compromise here, but it is popping into my head that maybe you started compromising in a relationship. Like, but not. It's not even like you were compromising with the person. I feel like you were kind of making compromises that you normally wouldn't make in a relationship, and that's when things started to fall apart here. Yeah, it's like you had to learn how to trust your intuition here. If this was a relationship that fell apart, it's like this was to show you that you have to trust your intuition, because it's like maybe intuitively you knew that something was off or wrong here. For others, I feel like this is some sort of other change. It's like, I don't know if you've ever been kind of like pushed or got, strongly guided towards something, Gemini, but like you kind of like know it's not right. It's like, I've definitely had that in my life where it's like I've been, I remember when I was younger, I was like pushed into a job that I didn't really want. I had a job that I loved. And, I kind of like allowed people around me to be like, oh, you shouldn't keep this job. You should go get this other job. Right. And then it's like I immediately regretted it. Right. And, this is kind of the energy that I'm picking up here, is that energy of like knowing that you shouldn't have done something in the past. And it doesn't matter if it was a job, a relationship, a career, a friendship, it could be any situation, but it's like you had that feeling. You knew that something was maybe going to cause some chaos and conflict in your life. You knew that something maybe wasn't going to work out here with this energy. You have the Queen of Wands, the Strength card, and the Eight of Wands. I mean, in a lot of ways, this was a necessary thing for you to go through, because now you know what you want. Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands is very bold, very assertive. She knows exactly what she wants here, and she kind of goes for things. Sorry, I don't know if that's focusing or not. I don't know what that deal with the focus is on this camera, but hopefully it's focusing there, Gemini. But she knows exactly what she wants, and she's going to be bold and assertive. Strength card, gathering strength, and the Eight of Wands is quick success. So I do feel like there is kind of like quick success coming in for you. I also feel like you're being lifted up. She's being lifted up by these umbrellas on this card here, Gemini. So I feel you are being kind of lifted up. It's like your vibes are being raised here by the universe. Where is this going here, Gemini? So I definitely like this. Yeah, Three of Swords, like I said, heartbroken over the situation here. I don't like having multiple threes like this, especially with the Tower. To me, this could be, in a lot of ways, I feel like you were shaken up, like, physically. Well, maybe not physically, but I feel like, whatever this loss was with the Tower, I feel like you've already gone through this. I feel like it really shook you to your core. It's like maybe, because what's popping into my head is kind of a weird message, but I'm going to deliver it anyway. I feel like this affected your beliefs, whatever this shakeup was. It's like, I feel like you kind of let your guard down with a person, for example. I feel like they convinced you to do that in a lot of ways. And I feel that, you let your guard down. You convinced the person to let you do that, and then they ended up doing kind of the same things that maybe have happened to you in the past, or they hurt you in some way, or they ran away. And it's kind of like, one of those things where I feel like you kind of opened up in maybe your beliefs kind of were confirmed to you about relationships. And yeah, it's kind of like a tough thing, because I feel like this has caused a belief change in you. And so I'm not exactly sure where that's going. You have the World. You're definitely ending a cycle, so I definitely like to see that. And you have the 3-1. Some of you could be moving. A lot of moving energy in these readings, and that makes a lot of sense to me, just astrologically. So obviously, some of you could be moving or traveling. In this, kind of in the same way, though. What I would say here is that a lot of you are just making a change, and that's what this reading is all about. And so I feel like a lot of you are kind of making a change here with this energy. For others, I just feel that kind of like you've been waiting for a person. If you're still talking to this Knight of Swords person here, because I don't feel like that's you, and I feel like that's another person. And it could have been a Leo that you were dealing with. Could be any sign. You could be a Scorpio as well, or someone who has Scorpio on their chart, or fire. But I feel like you're no longer waiting for this person, and I feel like you were waiting. So it's like if you kept talking to a person, I feel like maybe you thought, oh, this person's going to change, and blah, 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 and they didn't. So in a lot of ways, I feel that with all these threes, there could be like a little bit of a heartbreak, but at the same time, I feel like you're seeing it as temporary. It's almost like you're ripping the Band-Aid off here, and that could be one of the changes that you're making at this time. You have the Tarantula here. This card in this deck, this is the Tarot of the Wild Unknown Animal Oracle. It's a card of being at a crossroads. And I do feel like you have a choice to make. The choice that you're making is to not stay stuck in a situation. You have the Eight of Swords there with that Knight of Swords. But I feel like you see this as a stuck situation. That's a weird thing. You have the Knight of Swords, came out with that Eight of Swords there. You have the Death card and the Three of Swords. And it's like this, to me, is saying that you see this person as a stuck situation, even if you're still communicating, with... Even if you're still I'm sorry if that's out of focus, but whatever. And I feel like you see this person as kind of like not good for you here with this energy. So if you're dealing with like a stuck person, or if you're dealing with a person who has kept you stuck because you're still communicating with them, I feel like some of you are walking away from that situation. For others, I feel like that, whether if this is like work or business, it's like that the only way to set yourself free is to experience a change, the Death card right here. So you have to let go of something, even if it's going to make you sad. And again, if you're asking, why would leaving a work situation make me sad? Well, number one, maybe this message isn't for you, but I think it would have to do with like people around you, the people you work with. So it's like maybe you have a lot of friends that you work with, or maybe you have strong connections, and that's what could be causing this this sadness here, Gemini. But let's see. You know the right answer, Gemini. Queen of Swords, I feel, and she's looking this way. She's looking towards the future. So it's like that you have to set yourself free from something that is just like a continuous tower type of situation. You have the Knight of Cups. Yeah, Knight of Cups is Knight in Shining Armor. And it doesn't matter if this is love or not. The Knight of Cups can be a dream as well, or your dream life. And, he's normally looking into that cup. He is imagining all the things that he wants to manifest. So for a lot of you, it's like releasing something is going to lead to a positive new beginning. And you have the Two of Wands. Yeah, you're taking control. You're taking the lead. You realize that something from the past is dead, done, over with. I even am getting the word rules, like popping into my head. But what this is saying to me is like I feel like you have even like people in your life who you consider to be guides, people who can guide you through life. And I feel like they have certain rules, about relationships, like maybe don't go back to an ex, or maybe it's if a person does X, Y, and Z to you, you should leave them, right? And that's a weird message, but it's popping into my head, so I have to deliver it. And I do feel some of you, it's like these rules, quote unquote rules, are being pointed out to you. And I feel like if the rules are being pointed out to you, then this message is for you. I feel like it's saying that those certain rules are kind of a clue from the universe that it's time to move on somewhere else. Where are you going, Gemini? That's what the whole point of this reading is. The Ten of Pentacles, everything you want in your life. Ten of Pentacles is everything you want in life. It is also a card of building something long-term. It's a card of long-term wealth, but it doesn't have to be financial. It could be, family, could be, just building security in general. The Ace of Swords, major victory. And let's see here, Gemini, and the Four of Pentacles, like I said, stability. So I feel like you're heading towards a lot of, safety, security, comfort, stability, a victory coming in for you as well. Funny enough, the Ace of Swords, I really didn't want to do that, Gemini, what I did just there. But the Ace of Swords represents a sacrifice, because there is a palm frond on one side of the Ace of Swords and a olive branch on the other, and it can represent making a sacrifice for something and getting something else. So let's clarify this. Yeah, you have the moon here. I just feel like the moon is doubts. I would remove the doubts. Mercury retrograde. We're in between eclipses. The list goes on and on of like why we probably have a lot of doubts at this time. So I would just release your doubts. Yeah, two aces. I'm all butterfingers today, Gemini. Ace of Pentacles. So Ace of Pentacles, card of great success and opportunity. Really bright future coming in for you. And the Four of Pentacles. Four of Pentacles. That's basically the universe saying I meant what I said. So I feel for a lot of you, you're heading towards, stability, abundance, success, growth, all sorts of good things. And Ten of Pentacles, probably everything you want in your life. That moon really just says that it's time to innovate, which comes up for everybody. And, I don't know. I'm convinced it's probably Neptune and Pisces at this point. I feel like Neptune and Pisces is really kind of like a point of innovation. It's kind of like a card of changing the way things have always been done. And so, and sorry, my dog keeps setting off my Ring camera. So let me just stop this from doing this, and let's, because that is very distracting, right? But there we go. Sorry, Gemini. But anyway, I feel like you're heading towards your dream life. And Neptune and Pisces, what I was saying before my dog interrupted me, right, is that, it's a period of innovation and trying new things. So and you have the Ace of Swords, which is inspiration. It's like, if you feel inspired to do something different with your life, I would do it with that energy. You will probably be successful. But this is a good reading here, Gemini. So thank you for being here. Really appreciate it. Make sure to watch your sun, moon, and rising for a full picture of what's going on for you at this time. But thank you, Gemini, and definitely enjoy your month.